it is looking more and more likely that Kai Havertz will become an Arsenal player. Yes, people, why football? Welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you love being kept up to date with daily Arsenal transfer news, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below. We're to 3,000 subscribers. And I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts on Kai Havertz's transfer to Arsenal. Do you like it or do you hate it? I've seen a lot of mixed reports. Let's get straight into the tweet by FABRIZIO Romano stating this. Expectation around Kai Havertz deal is to get the agreement done this week after the international break. Arsenal hope to get green light from Chelsea as 5-year deal is already agreed with Kai. Indicated fee to get the deal done is around 65 million. This is no new news, to be honest. For the past few days, for the past week or so, we know Arsenal been keen in on the Kai Havertz deal. We want to get this deal over the line. For the life of me, I don't have a clue why, to be honest. I remember when he was at Chelsea, this season, past few seasons, I've been one of the people that said, I don't think Kai Havertz is a good enough footballer at all. Genuinely, I don't think he's good enough for any of the top teams. And now it seems Arsenal want to get the player. And what's beyond me, right, is the transfer fee. I wouldn't mind if we were getting 20 million or maybe even 30 million for Kai Havertz. But we're talking about 65 million for this type of player. He went to Leverkusen for what, 80 million, 75 I want to say, right? And he's got worse. There's no doubt he has not lived anywhere up to the height that was expected of him. Everyone thought he was going to be the next best thing. The signing of the summer coming from Leverkusen, German wonder kid, didn't materialise. I think even Chelsea fans would agree with that. Even Kai Havertz himself would say he's not quite gone up to the heights that he knows he could have achieved having come from Leverkusen. So if that's the case, his transfer fee should drastically drop. Look at Nicolas Pepe, right? Arsenal, one of the biggest flop transfers in our history was Nico Pepe from Lille back in, what was it? Like 2019 when we wanted to get Zaha instead under Unai Emery. We signed him for 72 million. Now, he's got so much worse since that time where it's a bit down to him, he doesn't fit the Arsenal system, of course. But due to accumulation of factors, Nico Pepe is not a £72 million player. You're going to sell him for 20 million maximum. That is more than half of his transfer value just slashed, at least. Kai Havertz has got drastically worse, yet we're still willing to pay 65 million. How does that make any sense? Now, Kai Havertz might become a brilliant player at Arsenal. I have no doubt that he could be that. Having seen him in the Bundesliga a few years ago for Bayer Leverkusen, he was fantastic. But it's too much of a risk, especially given the amount of money we're willing to spend on the player. I genuinely don't believe for 65 million, he changes our starting 11. And that's starting 11 type of money. I'm all for improving the bench. I'm one of the people that said Arsenal need to match City in terms of our squad depth if we want to compete for at least the Premier League title, but preferably on multiple fronts, Champions League, FA Cup, etc. But when I say improve the squad, I'm talking £30 million players, not £65 million players, because I'm sure you guys can agree, right, that a £65 million player should improve your starting 11. That's too much money for someone that's going to sit on the bench. But with Kai Havertz, it seems as though I can't see him starting, to be honest. Arteta always seems to have a trick up his sleeve, right? So who knows? He might run Kai Havertz in Xhaka's position and bring in Declan Rice as a central defensive midfielder. Who knows? But the way I see it right now, looking at the starting 11 for Arsenal, if you told me one position I don't think we need an upgrade in, it would be that central attacking midfield position. We've got Ødegaard there, and we've got Fabio Vieira, who obviously hasn't set the world alight in his first season. I do agree in that sense. But he's going to improve, right? That was his first season. We need him to hit pure gym over summer, bulk up Vieira, and then come again next season. But I'd give him at least 1 or 2 more seasons to see what he's about, man. Same with Bernardo Silva. When he first came to Man City, really weak, passive. The league kind of overran him. Then he got better and better, and he's been one of the best players in the league last season. I'm hoping for something similar for Fabio Vieira, coming from the Portuguese league as well. So yeah, I'd definitely give him another season as backup to Ødegaard. Now he's going to come in as a backup to Jesus. If that's the case, that's the wrong idea in my opinion. Look, I'm all for bringing a backup striker. I'm all for it 100%. But for me, I think if you bring in a backup striker, I'm all for bringing a plan B striker. What I mean by plan B striker is someone's going to offer something different. An Ivan Toney, an Alexander Mitrovic, a Victor Gyökeres from Coventry. Do you get what I mean? Like a Dusan Vlahovic. A bit more of a unit up front, a target man. So when maybe it's not going well with Jesus up there, you just need someone to stick up front, win you some headers, to adapt your play style a little bit. Look, there's nothing against that. I know a lot of the football purists out there would say, nah, we don't want Arsenal playing like that. We want Arsenal to keep the ball on the floor, play nice possession football. Let's not forget that Pep Guardiola with Erling Haaland at times this season has resorted to long ball, has resorted to route one football. He played against us both games at the Etihad and at the Emirates against Arsenal. And for their first goal against Manchester United in the FA Cup final, let's not forget that it was a long ball over the top from Ederson for Haaland to win the knockdown. So even the great Pep Guardiola, who's based his philosophy of possession, tiki-taka football, is not afraid to play to a target man sometimes. So I'd be all for bringing in a target man striker as a plan B option. My number one option would be Ivan Toney. I know the betting allegations. I know he's been convicted and he's out until January 2024. But I'm telling you guys, Ivan Toney is a world-class striker. This man is unbelievable. And in the January transfer window, I would not be against spending basically our whole budget on Ivan Toney in January, genuinely. And if that's the case, I don't mind up until January us not addressing the striking position and going for other players. But that's neither here or there. That's hypotheticals. The world that we're living in right now, it seems as though it's the case that Kai Havertz will become an Arsenal player for £65 million. So we have to get behind him. Look, I'm not a flip-flop fan. I know there's fans that sit on both sides of the fence. We've got the ultra-toxic, ultra-negative fans going, I don't want Kai Havertz, not going to back him, oh, I hate him, what are Arsenal doing? And you've got the other fans that are saying, oh, Kai Havertz is amazing, I'm so happy we brought him in. I'm in the middle. Look, I don't want Kai Havertz to come to Arsenal, guys. I've said it so many times in this channel. But it's looking more and more likely the deal's going to happen. The player wants to move. Arsenal want to move. Chelsea need to sell for the FFP allegations. And also we're going to help them fund Caicedo, which is, again, just blows my mind how we're allowing Caicedo to go to Chelsea. A player of that much quality that we could use so badly in that midfield, especially if Thomas Partey is departing. So for Kai Havertz to come in, right, I'm going to have to back it. I'm going to have to back it. I'm going to have to hope and pray that Arteta knows what he's doing, that Edu knows what he's doing, and they've got some kind of plan in place for Kai Havertz. It's a lot of money for players going to sit on the bench. But one thing I will say is, right, at least Arsenal's spending money early and are willing to put big money across the line, because we've made Champions League, and my fear was, right, that we were going to make Champions League football and not quite spend the money. We're going to get a bit complacent and think, you know what, we got Champions League with this squad, young squad, let's just run it back next season with the same type of players and hopefully we'll do a little bit better. That's not the right mentality. You just have to ask Leicester City, right? Leicester City this season spent no cash. They got a bit complacent. They barely signed an outfield player. If anything, they got worse because they got let go of players like Kasper Schmeichel, for example, and replaced him with Ward, who's a crap goalkeeper alongside Everson. They're now playing Championship football next season. Look, if Arsenal don't improve in the summer, we're going to fall back. Because how it works in football, right, is if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. That's how it is. I expect Newcastle, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester United, and Man City to all improve. That's 6 teams I've mentioned there. Arsenal, we finished second this season. We got to improve. We got to improve to just sustain our second place finish. So I want to see us kick on. I want to fight for the title next season again. I want to fight for the Champions League as well. And to do that, you need the squad. I agree. So I like the fact that Arsenal are looking at Declan Rice. For sure, he's a starting player. He's going to come in, he's going to revolutionise that midfield for me. I know it's a lot of money. We just had our second bid rejected from FABRIZIO Romano and David Ornstein confirming it. It was 75 million plus 15 million pounds in add-ons. Another lowball offer. I hear the fans saying it's a lot of money. Oh my days, I don't know how we're spending that much money on Rice. I hear you, but it's the market, guys, man. English tax exists. It's the market nowadays. If you want to bring in a top Premier League footballer from another Premier League club, you're going to spend a lot of money, man. It's just the way it is. So I want to get his Declan Rice deal over the line. I would have loved to bring Caicedo in as well. That's not looking likely right now, to be honest with you guys. But you never know. Football is liquid. Anything can change. It's a dynamic game we live in. But yeah. So Jurriën Timber as well, potentially as a centre-back / right-back option. I like that one. 30 to 40 million pounds. Our 30 million pound bid was rejected. Maybe 40 million. We could meet in the middle of that party. So you're looking and you're thinking, this could be a decentish window for Arsenal. Romeo Lavia scouted as well. I'll be honest, I'm a fan of him, but I don't think he's the right type of player for Arsenal to bring in. But the main thing is we're looking at players early. It's always beneficial to sign players ASAP. Don't leave it till deadline day. I feel like Arsenal in previous seasons have done that. We've always left it till deadline day. But to be fair, for the past 2 seasons, ever since we brought in Mikel Arteta, we've been a bit early with our business, which I do have to give the club credit for, because I feel like under Unai Emery, especially under Arsene Wenger, it was always a deadline day deal for Arsenal, man. Never ever rapid on it. So I like the fact that Arteta likes to bring in these signings early. And you saw last season, bringing in Jesus and Zinchenko early, massively beneficial. Get them in during the pre-season, help integrate them into the squad. And we started last season like a house on fire, man. Right. I want a similar thing to happen this season. So yeah, it looks like Kai Havertz could become an Arsenal player. Agreements and negotiations set to continue. The price is looking at around 65 million, according to Fabrizio Romano. It is an overpay, but if Arteta wants to do it, I guess we just have to back it, guys. I guess we just have to back it. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below regarding Kai Havertz to Arsenal. Are you one of the people that likes this deal, or are you one of the people that hates this deal? I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. If you're new around here and you love being kept up to date with Arsenal transfer news, trust me when I tell you, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below. My road to 3,000 subscribers. for daily Arsenal transfer news videos. And to be fair, recently it's been 2 or 3 times a day, in fact. So yeah, I hope you guys appreciate the grind. Subscribe down below, drop a like down below as well, so this video gets out to more people in the algorithm. I've been Football. I appreciate you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Take care.